Here we are. Hello. I'm watching for the pop-up. So yes, there we are. Okay. And
Well,
got that.
I love the first comment I see is Zane saying, "Uh-oh, here we go."
Oh my gosh. All right. So let's say hi to some lovely people because I don't know about you, Jamie, but the response to this before it was lovely.
Mhm.
And I'm so glad that people are joining us again, and that is great. I am, however, going to drink some water because everybody needs to hydrate, correct?
Mhm.
What are you drinking?
I am drinking tea
Mm.
in my lovely
Oh, that's nice.
that's the spacious hermit.
Oh,
Mhm.
cool.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm drinking good vibes only
Of course you are.
because, that's all there's room for. Boom.
Mhm.
There you go. Yeah. I need to get you a fan, don't I? You
Yeah.
probably won't be able to thwarp it, but
I'll
it's okay.
probably break my wrist or something trying
Oh, we don't like that. All
to.
right. Hi, Zane.
Hmm.
Ange, hello. Jonathan, hi.
Aloha.
Aloha. Debbie, hello.
Hmm.
Hope we don't make you giggle and you drive off the road. Silky is here. Hello. And da, 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 da. It was Robin who said, uh-oh, here we go.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, Zane. I just glanced and saw teas.
And well, they both like toadstools and mushrooms.
Fair
So,
enough.
but they're
Yeah.
very different people. And is
Yeah.
this a stereo contest? No. 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 Um anyhow, Pamela's here. Hello.
Hi, Pamela.
Yeah, sip sippy, sip, sip, sip. Patricia is here. Hello. Andy the Wildflower is here. Hello, Andy.
Hi,
I
Andy.
feel like I owe Andy an email about getting a copy of her deck, as well as Andy is the one who wanted to do the deck Casual Ember and Aura, I believe. Is that correct, Andy? So, and I believe Andy can handle the hashtag potty mouth.
You mean this one?
Yes, yes, that one. Andy, if that's true, if you're still interested in doing Ember and Aura deck casual with um, the lovely Jamie and Jen from Jen Science to Soul Tarot and Transformation. So
We are all about it.
yes, saying hi. I would say
Aw,
to all feeling well, so I will lurk.
big
Shauna,
hug,
in
Shauna.
between, you can do whatever you need to, and as soon as we're done, I will do some candle lighting, keeping you
Mhm.
in mind. So, um, okay, just catching up. Donna Thompson is here. Hello, Donna. And Donna got an email from me today. I hope. I hope it went through. And Deb H is here. And Andy said, yes, all correct. Bring on the fuckery.
Yes.
All right. We'll be in touch. It'll be on a Tuesday.
Awesome.
We just have to find a time when, tomorrow Jen is available. So, anyhow. So, for those of you who missed the previous back and forth with Jamie and Gerald, and by the way, did you know that hashtags only work when you spell everything out afterwards, but when you do
Yeah.
the ampersand, it
Mhm.
disappears?
Correct. I did know
I
that.
learned some.
You were
Yep.
today's years old.
Yeah. It's like, woo, I learned something. So, Jamie and I have created a back and forth playlist so people can go through that. Donna did get my email. Thank you. And Danielle, hello, Danielle.
Hi.
And if I remember correctly, Danielle and I need to be in contact because Danielle and I might be doing something. late on Monday. Maybe.
Nice.
Maybe. So, anything you want to say about it?
About what?
About what we're doing?
It's a lot of fun.
Yes, it is. So what we do is we have created these 62 cards. Each of us have written a question on a card. And we are randomly having you pick the number for us, and then we will answer it. I will go back into the description because I already have linked a bunch of stuff in the description below. I will add which questions we answered. So if anybody would like to participate.
Because we have a banner.
We do have a banner, yes. Robin said, I've been watching cold weather camping videos, and Gerald looks like he just stepped out of the Alaskan tent. Is that a good thing?
Maybe you look like you're on, well, Alaskan tent. That wouldn't necessarily be safari, but just go with it, man.
Yeah, hey, cool.
Be Robert Redford. I don't know.
Be Robert Redford. Thank you, Ange. Okay, so here we go, everybody. In order to do this, Vivienne is here. Hello.
Hi,
Thank you for joining. Is it Vivienne or Vivienne?
I don't know, but I like both, and I am sure she deserves both lovely options.
Great. Okay. So we pick a number between 1 and 62, but not 34, 11, 33, 58, 27, 16, or 55. Because we did those last week or last time.
Ooh, look at that.
I am
Purple Elephant track. Deb is on it. Jonathan's on it. Ange is on it.
Okay. And we're doing 5. So I'm starring these.
So we have right 3 so far. 4. Okay. Look at that AAC running in there. No hello, no nothing. Just a number.
Okay, that's it. Stop.
All right. Stop. 1944, 35, and 42.
Stop. Well, I'm starring these because, okay, stop. Okay. All right.
You can say that as much as you want.
Stop.
There's always a delay.
I know. It's okay. So, yeah, I mean, and this is probably why, people want me to actually get really close and do silly things in the camera. I mean, I can do that, but I was just going to say it's better with a purpose, and that's the purpose, actually, getting up into the camera and going. So.
Is that really the purpose? I'm glad we're clear there.
Well, okay. So, oh, sheesh. Okay, so our first one is number 19. Number 19.
Now, just a reiteration, in case people don't recall, we have not read these on either side. He knows what he sent me, and I know what I sent him, sort of. But we have not read back through these, so it's,
Yeah. Drum roll, and the first question is, I'll let you go first.
Okay. What is your guilty pleasure?
Oh, what is your guilty pleasure?
But isn't this, wait, hold please. This is your question to me.
Yes. So you answer it, and then I answer it. And then I read yours, and I answer it, and then you answer it, and everybody in chat can tell us what their guilty pleasure is.
Correct. Why don't you go ahead and answer anyway, since you started?
No, I'm following the rules.
Oh, okay. What is my guilty pleasure? Gosh. Everybody knows all the crap that I like. I mean, my coffee is not a guilty pleasure. Whispered conversations with my poodle are a guilty pleasure.
Ooh.
Because she is such a sweet little soul and she has these beautiful long eyelashes, and she'll look at you and contemplate and slowly blink when you talk to her. Let's see what else. Guilty pleasure. I mean, my coffee obviously is a guilty pleasure. My chocolate orange. Everything in this room is truthfully a guilty pleasure. It isn't anything that you have to have, because
Mhm.
as we've proven over the few months, you can create your own divination tools and be very, 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 very happy.
Yes.
So
Yes.
while it's nice to have other people's decks and to see their creativity and all of those things, it's amazing the wellspring of creativity that you have yourself.
Yeah.
So anyway, go ahead.
People speak dog blink, and
Mhm.
it's amazing. Whispers are amazing. And I'm doing everything on my iPad. So, my guilty pleasure are James Bond films.
Oh.
I geek out over the superfluous tools and the it's just silly because they are so inappropriate. They do so many different things, and I loved when Judi Dench was M. I
Mhm.
loved that.
Yeah.
And
I'm sorry. No one can ever make the character Pussy Galore politically correct.
no, and I know. I mean, and they are just for fun, so it's definitely
No,
a
it's
guilt.
beautiful. No, it's fine. I love it.
It's definitely so. Regina said, mine guilty pleasure is hashtag staring contest.
We know.
We know, yes. My cat blinks slowly when she knows I caught her being bad.
No.
Danielle, and does it work? Does it get her off the hook, your cat? So, guilty pleasure, spending time with you when I should be doing work.
Nice.
Bananarama!
Very
I
nice,
love
Robin.
Bananarama. And a story about Bananarama. Venus by
Banana Rama.
Bananarama was by Venus by Bananarama was the first song I danced to as an openly gay man at a gay bar. So
You
there
heard
you
it
go.
here first.
Yep, you heard it here first. Axe said mine is chocolate chip cookie dough. Thank goodness they finally made it edible. I was eating it long before it made it edible, and now I don't feel like I'm risking it all for dough. For the dough.
Risking it all for dough. That's a t-shirt.
Risking it all for dough. I love that. Strawberry cheesecake. Oh, yum. Guilty pleasure buying tarot decks. You really can't afford. Also having a duvet day. Is that where you just stay under the duvet all day?
I was close to that. I only left the house for an appointment. Otherwise, I was in that bedroom back there.
Cupcakes and card decks, metalhead. But my guilty pleasure are 30s and 40s dance musicals. Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers.
Oh,
Deb,
love that.
I absolutely
Absolutely.
adore them because I have several of them. And yes, it's when you just need a lift. I mean, nobody can dance like Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers. I mean, you know, it's like mine is collecting tarot and oracle decks the past 2 pandemic years.
Yeah, I get that, Donna, for sure.
Ooh, listening to my playlist at work is my guilty pleasure. Ooh, Bronx Sage, coquito with Nutella.
I know what Nutella is because it's German. What's the other thing?
I don't know what that is,
Oh,
but then
Google
there's
is my
lasagna.
friend. I'm going to learn something today.
Yeah. Depression arrow escapism. Yep.
Oh, coconut? Spanish traditional Christmas something.
Ooh.
Oh, a coconut-based alcoholic beverage similar to eggnog, sometimes referred to as Puerto Rican eggnog. I can get behind that.
Pronounced coquito.
I'll take it.
I'll have some of that, please. Yes. Yes.
Thank you, Bronx Sage. I like it.
Yeah. Love it. Yay. Thanks for joining. Okay, so my question for you is, What was the favorite thing about where you grew up?
Okay.
Do I answer it since it's my question? My
And I,
favorite
I
thing.
I apologize right now. The jets from the airbase are flying over my head, so I apologize if things get really loud. So
Okay. So the question is, what was the favorite thing about where you grew up? I think the favorite thing where I grew up, I'm going to actually there. We had a tree in the backyard that I used to love to climb, and there were perfect places where, as a kid, I could actually lay in that crook and fall asleep and not fall off of out of that tree.
that's neat.
So I love that. So we had, you know, it was perfect. So
That's
what
cool.
about you?
That's tough. I've lived some pretty amazing places. So when I was a kid, we lived in the Philippines. My mom worked on bringing POWs back from from Vietnam with the U.S. government, and so she was like a liaison. So we were in the Philippines for a while, and I remember it's a weird thing there because this canal separated the Americans from the economy, from the Filipino people. And my brother and I always managed to get over with the Filipino kids and play with the kids across the canal.
Yeah.
And that happened because our nanny, her name was Carolyn, she was Filipino, and she would take us wherever she went. If she went home to her village, she took us. And so I would say the kids of my youth in the Philippines, the food with Carol, her family. Yeah, all the good things that happen in the Philippines, not the
Yeah.
bad things. I will happily leave all the bad things that happen in the Philippines behind.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Jonathan gave us the ingredients.
I saw that.
So very nice.
Mhm.
Robin thought it was your stomach rumbling.
Yeah, no. I
Growing
took
up,
care of
we had
that before we came.
yeah. Growing up, we had a creek in the backs, or a creek, depending upon where you are.
Yeah, when we were in Georgia, we played along the creek. I understand that.
Mel is here. Hi, Mel.
Hi, Mel.
Feel free to join us. Bronx Sage grew up in the Bronx. My favorite things are the music and food from the diverse peoples. Yeah,
Amen.
yeah.
Right there with you.
And Robin said, my record collection in the privacy of my own bedroom. So, where I live is famous. Stratford upon Avon land. Love showing off about it.
Nice.
Donna said, favorite things growing up, the Catskills Mountains surrounding us, bird watching on my grandparents' farm next door. So, and Mel had a pony. Nature, Ange had nature, and the city. Very nice. Water skiing in the Arts Festival, Patricia. Oh, and it was pronounced crick by
Absolutely.
all Wisconsin, the South. So it was so wide, you didn't cross it when sledding down the back. We canoed.
Nice.
Wow.
That's awesome.
So, wow. Okay, this is lovely. Okay, so we just did number 19. And next is number 44, Jonathan. So number 44. And this is exciting, isn't it? So number 44. Lisa Stevens is here. Hi, Lisa.
Interesting.
Oh, I love that. So, okay.
So this is one of those questions where you wish you had read it ahead of time because you could have pulled it out of the purgatory box.
Oh. Oh no. Okay.
And I'm trying to decipher how this should be taken because I can read it two different ways. So you'll have to tell me how it was meant. This is a question that came from the Hermit's Cave, Cup of Ketchup and Cards on January 9th of 21 with Richie from Longman Tarot. And it says, what is your room 101 deck? To get put in the room, never to return. So does that mean put in the room, close the door, latch it, and you never see it again? Or is it the deck that you will never, ever get rid of? It comes in the room, you latch the door, and nobody else can have it.
When I think of room 101, it's your worst nightmare. And if you you're facing your worst fear. But you can answer it however you want.
But in the form of a deck?
Okay, answer it the way you had said, because I think because that's how room 101 was. It was your worst fear and you have it locked away. So it could certainly be you want to lock it away and never see it again. You want to hide it from all the world. Oh, no.
This is horrible. So it's a good thing Simon's not here, because it's
safe zone.
His hair would fall out. Almost every RWS deck ever made on the planet.
Okay. As my fan has the RWS on it. So.
Yeah, no, it's not. I mean, you guys know this. I don't dislike anything so intensely, but it's not my favorite only because people don't, when you stick to the same old, people don't get inventive. Give me something amazing, but that I get the right meaning. Do you know what I mean? Or that I can use my intuition and I don't have to, I don't know. Anyway.
Okay, so
I would be taking shovelfuls of them and throwing them in.
Mel said, I threw away the other Ken tarot the day I got it. It was the worst deck I'd seen.
Yeah. Well, okay. So I'm going to be a real hashtag I'm a dick.
I can't see that one.
I know. It's a deck that Jonathan, Zane, and myself just got in the mail that we've been waiting for since last year for.
I know this one.
You do, and I'm not going to say it out loud just because I think it'd be shitty.
I understand. So, Axe said, per Google, if anyone is unsure, explain that guests choose items that they would like to see banished to room 101, never to be seen again. We'll go with that.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I know, Mel. It's all good. It's just, it's one of those things.
Solabuska.
Oh, yeah. I could see that.
Get that. Thoth Tarot.
The Book of Azathoth Tarot.
Book of Azathoth. Thank you. Zane agrees with you.
Of course you do.
Yeah.
Thank you, friend.
Yeah. What would be the deck? My room 101 deck? Ooh. Probably the Everyday Enchantment. I tried. I modded it. I'm giving it to somebody. I just can't do it. It's too specific for me. So,
yeah.
Sorry.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah. It's lovely. I mean, it's, I like the color. The images just don't work for me. So, but anyhow. Okay. So, are you ready for, Zane said Ethereal Visions Tarot.
I got rid of mine.
So, I don't get rid of a lot of decks at this point, but that.
Well, okay, let's clarify.
Well, okay, and I
know that I have this big ass box in the corner of this room.
She does.
That has a lot in it. Yeah.
Robin said, my Thoth and Solabuska can share time out in room 101. I won't lock them in there permanently, but they can sit and think about what they've done. I like that.
I like it too. Oh, really? No lie.
Wow.
I knew what you meant. You rehomed it. No lie.
Wow. Good for
That
you.
was quick, Zane. Who'd he go to? I want to know. Anyway, okay.
All right. So your question number, we're doing
44.
44.
Mm-hmm.
Is it easier to hate or to love? Why?
Ooh.
Is it easier to hate or to love? Why?
Mm-hmm. What do you think?
I have to answer this one first, don't I?
Uh-huh. It's my
I think
question to you.
I think it's easier to hate
Mm.
because it's so
I think it's easier for people to show hate.
I think it's easier for people to show hate, but I think it's easier for people to hate because to love someone or to love, there's a sense of, there's a desire to understand and feel,
Mm-hmm.
and it's much more of a back and forth. It's hate is like that. I can stop there and then I can hate that, but I think love takes time. So
Okay. And I would be the polar opposite.
okay.
I'm strawberry shortcake, red and the unicorn. It is much easier for me to love. Even though, so I have always said that if I say I hate something, you need to listen. Because
Mm-hmm.
generally speaking, I don't hate anything. I don't hate anything or anyone. Um, I find it a repugnant word along with the word stupid. That's why anytime I say something is stupid, I always say stupid with two O's because it takes the sting and the legitimate thought of stupidity out of the game for me.
Right.
But I think it's easier for me to love than to hate.
Okay. Now I'm going to cover my ass because you said, is it easier to hate or to love? You didn't ask me, is it easier for me to love or hate?
Yeah, it was implied because they're your questions to you. Uh-huh. Yeah, don't play that. No,
All
no.
right, I won't play that. I choose to love more than I choose to hate.
Oh, I believe that.
So I will say that.
Yeah, I believe that.
And I've lost my little thingy, so sorry. Okay, so we've had some comments, and they're lovely comments. Hate takes more energy for me, easier to love for me. Love is way easier. It takes a lot of energy to hate, so it's easy to love. Love requires more work. Easier to love. It's already in your heart. The opposite of love is not hate. It's indifference.
Spot on,
Well
baby.
said. Yes. Love and hate are closer than you think. Could be.
Sure.
I've said that it's easier to have no love for something than to hate the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Easier to love. I find reasons to give people grace when I dislike someone. I find it very hard to hate someone or something.
Mm-hmm.
Room 101 Modern Witch Tarot. Cut my hand every time I tried to shuffle it. Oh, yeah, Andy. Oh. So, you're
Patrice
not
is
going to get
here.
that from anybody here.
No.
I don't like myself if I'm hating. Yes. I usually say that I have a strong dislike for something instead of the word hate. So
Mm-hmm.
it's easier for me to love when I naturally operate. That's where I naturally operate from. Hate is a strong word that I rarely use. Well, hello, Patrice. So, yes, it is the better choice. Find love brings me joy, so it's much easier. Love comes so easy. You lead with love. You can redirect to hate. when you just get off that road and go lead with love elsewhere. Say it. Love it flows effortlessly. Say hate, feel energy it takes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
okay. So I agree with everything that was said.
I know, that's funny, right?
I'm not going to. I'm not allowed to change my answer, so I will not.
No, you can change your answer.
No, it's just I think right. I think with what I have seen a lot,
Mm-hmm.
I think it's very easy for people to they pick hate over love, and they're not offering grace. So
We've had this conversation for
yes, we have.
sure.
Yeah.
It is very easy at the end. I mean, it is
Yeah.
much easier to me than it is to give grace.
Yes. Axe said the only thing I hate is mayo. I'll burn that energy. I hate mayo. Wow. I hate mayo easily. Okay.
Okay.
Wow.
Next.
I feel it. Number 3.
Ooh, number 3.
Number 3.
Oh, fuck. Okay. I'm gonna do a cop out, but if I can find it, I'll use it.
Cop out. Ah.
Talk amongst yourself, people.
Okay, so
I gotta find, and then I'll read my card.
well, thanks everybody for joining us for Back and Forth with Jaime and Gerald. Please like and subscribe to our channels to receive notifications of when we go live. So, anyhow.
All right, let's see if I can get this. Pull a card and share something about yourself using the meaning or image of the card.
God.
Yeah, you were having one of those philosophical moments when you wrote that card, and ignore me because I got to get my camera to focus back here again.
Yep.
Come on. Goddamn technology, I tell you what. Ooh, I know what'll work. Ha.
Oh. Am I? Oh.
Focus on the potty mouth.
Okay.
So, I pulled the Pacific Northwest Tarot. These are the backs. And I chose the High Priestess.
Did you choose it or did you draw it?
I didn't draw it. Do you want me to draw one?
No.
Okay.
Maybe
I did choose it. I legitimately chose it only for the simple fact that that's my card. And I like this card with the spider and the webs and all of the stuff implied with the spider. That, and she's very pretty. Not that I'm saying I'm pretty. I'm just saying that the spider is very pretty.
Okay. Okay.
So
I'm going to draw. Light Seers was right behind me, so I picked the Light Seers. And I don't know which card it is. Oh,
nice. 6 of Wands.
6 of Wands. So tell something about myself from pull a card, something about yourself using the meaning or the image of the card. I have done theater stuff, and one of the things that I really enjoy is not being on the boards, but being backstage, because I know when a person is standing up, getting applause, I have helped make that happen. With all of the support.
That's good.
Thank you. And and the people who I make it very clear that they want me on their side when I am doing stuff backstage, because I will not be the kind of person who lets someone go out on stage with the back of their dress up or anything like that. So yeah. So that's me.
Yes, Robin. Hi, Calla but yes, Robin, it was supposed to be a randomly pulled card. Um, I changed the rules a little bit. Thanks, Patrice.
So, okay. So there you go. So there's
You
my
just like
thing.
my insides. I know it.
Yes. Gerald, you would be a great conductor, and that card looks like the conductor too. I
No,
could
I
see
can
that.
see that, Mel.
But
He's a
I
great
am, yeah.
conductor.
I like, you want to know why I don't like being on the boards? Instead, I prefer being backstage, because backstage, I have the entire script written down. I don't have to remember a dang thing.
Mm-hmm.
I just read, and I'm the kind of person who I take notes. It's like,
Well,
okay,
that was
3
the whole.
pages in coming, I have to make sure I'm on such and such place to be able to do stuff. So,
Well, you know this. The rest of these guys won't know this, but I started out as an actor in theater, and as a child, um, and progressed to stage design and theater makeup, which I much prefer over standing in front of, you know, and I mean it is an art and it's creativity, but it's just
yeah,
totally different when
it
you're
is.
in control, kind of like the puppet master kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah. So, okay. All right. So we have some answers. Sun and Moon card. Thoth influences cruelty. 9 of Swords. I stress out like crazy when someone perceives me as cruel.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Donna. 6 of Cups in the Tarot de Saint Croix makes me think of Tarot Stash in the every way who he is. I actually have that deck, and I want to do a deck casual about it. Hanged Man. Over the years, I've really worked on surrendering and letting go of many things and people that hold me back. I also pause before responding. Nice. Ace of Cups. My cup floweth over. Random pull. I hate dressing up to go to church, or for that matter, to go to church. But what was the card, Robin? Did I miss that?
Yeah, I didn't see it either.
So I love on stage and back as well as with the costumes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Stage crew, awesome. Random pull, Hierophant. I hate dressing up to go to church, or for that matter, just going to church.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't mind dressing up personally. I'm
That's
all.
okay. I got dressed yesterday. Okay, it was Valentine's Day. I didn't realize.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks. I had a meeting outside of the house. Smart ass. And I wore red, and I didn't even realize that I wore red. And Steven says, he goes, "Did you get dressed up for me?" And I'm like, "I have a meeting at 4." And he's like, "Well, you still look really nice." And I'm like,
Yeah. The correct answer is yes. Yes, I did, dear.
well, that was the end result of the
Yeah.
answer. Yeah, because I had no idea I wore red even. So
Yeah, there you go.
yeah.
Patrice said, "Who I want to be is the Queen of Cups in the Sacerabito."
Mm,
Yeah, that's a beautiful card.
yeah.
It's a beautiful card. Bye, Ack. Yes, Jamie, you are beautiful. Don't downplay yourself. I know. Delayed response.
Yeah. Thorpe.
Yeah. Lazy. Mel, are you lazy?
Who's
What?
lazy? I didn't get my ass out of bed until 11. That made me lazy.
Okay. All right. So, number 3, where is your favorite place to visit but never live? Where's your
Okay.
favorite place to visit but never live? Wow.
Hi, Beth.
Oh, Beth. Hi. Ooh. Patrice, I got dressed nice yesterday, bra and everything, and it's just me. I saw no one. Vernetta was out of town. We didn't even do FaceTime. Florida, New York City.
Are you stalling?
No.
Okay.
I was just like, I got caught up in the no. I have to answer first. So my favorite place to visit is South Lake Tahoe. Beautiful mountains. It's part of my favorite. It's my favorite environment. Water surrounded by mountains. So been there multiple times. Love it. Would not want to live there. Tourists. Lots of snow in the winter. So I just I love to visit there, but not to live.
Gotcha.
What about you?
For me, 2 places. And pretty much both for the same reason. Both are places of my childhood, where I spent a lot of time back and forth in the summer times and stuff like that. But one would be Atlanta, Georgia, and the other one would be San Diego, California. And lovely to visit, lovely to go and do, but no, I would never fucking live there again. Ever, ever, ever.
Okay. Okay, so I'm catching up.
Quebec City, huh?
Florida. Savannah, Georgia. Florida is too muggy and way too buggy.
Muggy and buggy.
Yep. Yes, I have visited Truckee there. I spent most of my time in South Lake Tahoe. Quebec City. I love to visit outside my head, but wouldn't want to live there. California for me too. Okay, so what's interesting, a place that I have visited that I wouldn't mind living is Sacramento, California.
No shit.
No shit.
Why?
Because it's close to San Francisco, but not there. And it's sort of like where I live currently.
Why not live in Alameda then? Then you're just like an hour away from SF. Alameda's beautiful. All right, fine. Sacramento.
I've visited there a couple of times. It seemed, wow. Here.
Yeah.
Being a smart ass. Loved Alaska. Maybe Montreal. The old hotel in by the railroad tracks. No, I did not. Bye, Jonathan.
Bye, Jonathan.
So, okay, so thank you. So we're finished with that. Ack has left. Should we answer Axe?
Yeah.
Should we? Yep. Okay. Number 5. Listen to me.
Okay. What crafts do you do and how do you bring spirituality into that craft?
What a thought-provoking question.
Wow. So I enjoy knot magic and knot work and things like that. And when I did crocheting, I brought that in with each stitch, and the intention, depending on who I was making what for.
Thanks, Tracy.
Gosh. We knew when we did these that there would be some of those that you're kind of just like, fuck, can we come back to that? Because, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because there's so many things that happen in this room that are crafts, as in arts and crafts and paper crafts
Right.
and stuff like that, that fall in line with everything of who I am internally. So I would say that this will sound like a really crap answer, but it's honestly the most legitimate answer I can give. Anything that happens in these four walls in this room, including my conversations with my friends and these lives where we interact with our friends and things, and anything that I do sitting at this desk, I think my spirituality is incorporated and infused into it, and then in return comes back to me.
Right. Yeah. So whatever you do in the space is infused immediately with that, because that's your intent of the space. And if you do anything in the space, you want to bring that level of energy. You're elevating it. I completely understand that.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's the best answer I have.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to catch up on chat. Tracy Ralph said, great question. Thank you. What crafts do you do, and how do you bring spirituality into your crafts? Donna said knitting. Use it to relax and meditate. I am now coloring a tarot coloring book and loved it. Just so relaxing. Lori tries here. Hello. Debbie said, I crochet and pick colors and attention for a specific person, like crocheting while watching something they like. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Robin, I crochet and like to make non-functional shapes as well as useful items. I love the zen of one piece of yarn and one loop pulled through the other unendingly to form fields of fabric. Yes. Beth says, don't do crafts anymore. I used to make jewelry and needlepoint and crafts with kids, but just cook and yoga now, which doesn't count.
I think it does count, Beth.
I'm gonna say yes, Beth.
I think it does count.
Yes, very much so. Hang on just a sec. Okay. Yeah, it does count. I just realized it mirrors my name, Crutchfield. Tara has brought out all of my crafting. Never found a craft I felt worth my money or time till I started journaling my tarot and made boxes for my decks. That's lovely.
That's cool.
Yeah. Ooh, Danielle, maybe you could share some of those when we're live together.
Yeah, I was going to say one of the first things that I did, I don't know how long ago it's been, but I made duct tape boxes, tarot boxes, and they're the coolest damn thing. No, that's awesome.
So, hang on. Okay, and Deb H said, I don't do any one thing specifically, but everything I do that's crafty is because I want to use it in some way in my spiritual path. I might build, carve, knot, or whatever is called for. Yeah.
Yeah.
Silky said craft equals creative. So therefore, when the inspiration comes in a spiritual way, that's what happens to me. Jamie Owen.
Owen. I understand.
Yeah. Recently heard Catherine talk about how she looks at textiles and ponders what the artist was thinking. Yep, about each stitch. I love it. Please come cook for me.
Nice, Tracy.
Yeah, I make natural crystal jewelry, great energy, and I love to sketch angels. Yeah. Cooking and gardening are both active meditations. I love the idea of note work for all of you yarn crafters.
Oh, not work, yeah.
Not work. Yep. Hi, Kim.
Hi, Kim.
Thank you, Tracy. So do I. Andy said, my kids and I used to make duct tape wallets back in the day. Yep. Okay, so the question is, what crafts do I do and how do I put my energy into them?
How do you bring your spirituality into that craft?
when I am putting focused energy into either my knitting, my quilting, my collage work, my the work that I did in the theater, I am putting all of that energy. I am putting focused energy on the best possible outcome for that. And when I make quilts for specific people, I am thinking, and I'm actually doing various chanting and burning things to help infuse all of that handwork, whether using a machine or doing it by hand, really matters. Makes it.
So I'm gonna give you this
Ooh,
little
okay.
disclaimer right now, because get ready for it. Especially, well, no,
Okay.
Jonathan's gone, so I don't have to worry. You guys, his collage work, he is one talented fucker. The way that he can take a picture and take fabric and turn it into another picture is absolutely mind blowing.
Jonathan?
You.
Oh. Okay. All right, let me show you one. I'll show you one. Thank you.
Please, you
I hear
guys.
you. Thank you. Thank you.
So
Well, you said it's
talented.
Jonathan here, and I was like, wait a minute.
Because I was gonna cuss, and he doesn't normally have his ear thingies in, and then there's Apollo in the room, and I don't want to be in charge of corrupting another child in my life.
So, a couple of years ago for Coven Mates, all of the Coven Mates we have totem animals that we're associated with, and so I made this one for Jeffrey. His is the barn owl. So this is a barn owl which is put on top of something else and something else. So that's the sort of stuff that I like to do.
Well, and his quilting as well, where he takes strips of fabric from a, and visualizes a photo and then creates this abstract piece of art. It's just fucking fantastic. Where's your last piece?
My last piece is was given away. So I don't have that. Maybe we'll do that next time. I'll be prepared for that. Okay.
Okay, cool. Because you guys will love it. Anyway.
Okay. And by the way, Jamie, my thing that was happening at the top of next hour has been postponed. So I can hang out a little bit longer.
Okay.
Okay. Please hold. Okay. The only one box left, but I do love it. My journals have brought sticker fun and collage fun into my world. Yeah.
That's joy.
Everything I do for you. Ain't that a song? Yes.
It is. You would know, Robin.
I do make magic tools. I do that, yes. All my crafting has my witchy energy into it. I do that too, even for people who are not witchy. It just is, oh, like the crafty mustache behind you, creative fun and energy. Shh, it's secret. Yes, I do collage stuff. Yeah, okay. All right, I hear you. I keep putting that. Yay, show and tell. I'll do that. We'll do that next time. I'll bring, remind me, Jamie, and I'll bring an example of quilt. So, okay. Coven Mates need oven mitts. I'm not making them oven mitts. So, yep. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Wait, how did you do that, Al? I'm not telling. It's a secret. Gerald turns everything into art. Aw.
He does.
Speaking of collage, looking forward to our live together, Gerald. Yes, next Tuesday at 4 Eastern.
The Art of Conversation.
So, the Art of Conversation. What? Now I can give Art of Conversation. What? I missed that.
You are an artist with conversation.
Oh, okay.
My God, how many times do I have to scream you today? For
probably one more time. This is me. This is me.
I'm gonna take a drink.
By
Taurus
the way,
needs
now
to.
I can give Jimmy a full massage, and I'm like going. I mean, I don't know if you saw Lori last week. You know, right at the beginning of our live, her husband Jimmy walked into the room saying that he was getting ready for a shower, and he wasn't wearing any clothes. And I'm like going, do you need, you need a few minutes or something? Scorpios love secrets. See, you're getting a lot of support for the,
Uh-huh.
So
Uh-huh.
anyhow.
All right.
Oh, I meant to message that. Whatever. So, all right. So, okay, now we're on to this one, right?
Yep.
Which is, what is an animal that you spiritually identify with? What is an animal you spiritually identify with? I spiritually identify with the sea turtle. So, and I like how it is water and land at the same time. And so I think it's very emotional. So, yeah. Don't know what else to say.
Okay.
Seal. Horses are, and big cats. Elephant, of course. Elephants, really? And dragonfly. Debbie's like, take that giraffe. Head in the trees, not going anywhere. Owl for Ange. Elephants for Calla Lily. Andy is panda. Jonathan is back. So, you know, and I have to be honest. There for, I hadn't really thought of it much in that way before. Well, and I can honestly say chipmunks. There's a story about chipmunks that, you know, it's just like, do you want me to tell this?
Sure. And I'll answer after you tell it.
Okay. So, okay, there's a lot of people who are, so my coven, each person has an animal totem that they work with, and you think about your totem, and there's different processes to do it. And one of the ways is what animal do you see that shows up a lot? And as a young child, I got bit by a chipmunk. There was a chipmunk that was injured in our yard, and I went to help it, and it bit me, and I ran into the house with this chipmunk hanging from my finger, to which they had to take it to the vet to make sure that it was not rabid. And so chipmunks follow me around, like when I was in, you know, South Lake Tahoe and in the mountains. Damn it, if those chipmunks do not like follow me all of the freaking time, they know, they show up. So it's just sort of funny. And so I say my gateway animal totem was a chipmunk, because it sort of made it okay for me to start laughing about it. So
Gotcha.
All right, so Shauna is the sparrow. Otter. Cats and birds. Barred owl. Kittens. Aw, Jane the Seeker. Thanks for being here. Seahorses. Wolf. As a young child, after a particularly traumatic time, I had a long dream, and a wolf was there at the end to meet me and comfort me. Cool. Tracy Ralph. Okay, so lots of love. Don't think I have a spiritual animal, but my friends call me a cat whisperer.
Nice.
Dolphins. Chipmunks, please. Ugh. Strong affinity for bear. Well, I do too, but in a different way, Patrice.
Good Lord.
It had to be there. It's me. Ducks. Baby goats.
Duck.
Oh, ducks. And see, there's Pamela. So, baby goats, because they're goats of baby animals.
Mm-hmm.
Deer and crow. You're one of them now, a chipmunk. Yeah, chipmunks. Oh yeah, it's like crazy. Sea turtles. Yep. Sorry, Patrice. I mean,
Come
I
on,
just
walked right into it, didn't you?
I did, and I took it. So Jamie,
Yes.
what about you?
Um. So okay. I work in a veterinary practice, and I also have done wildlife rescue. I keep saying it's been 25 years, and it hasn't. It's been longer than that, but so I have based on that experience, I have several different animals to call, and they are all going to be those animals that people are like, what? But pigeon, duck, goose. Believe it or not, some have been like we had a young goose come in, and when geese start to age, especially the males, they go from being very sweet to very, very shitty in a heartbeat. And this goose's name was Champagne. He's beautiful. He
Mm-hmm.
got an injury where his the bottom part of his beak was ripped off. And yeah, and so we think it happened with one of the dogs there on the ranch or something, but we had him in to try and fix that, and he'll live just fine, and he has been living just fine. But it was an injury, and the owner's like, I'm not sure how he's going to act, or what's going to happen. And basically I had to keep him with me until the doctor was available from surgery. And they put him in his pen, and he would hop out, and he would come find me, because we were trying to keep him out of my office. And finally I'm like, just bring the pen in here,
Mm-hmm.
put him in it, and let's see what happens. And as soon as they put the pen right next to me, he sat down, and he was just chill.
Cool.
And he stayed there. And he was very unhappy when I left the room, when he had to be examined. And finally the doctor called me and said, just come back in here, because this is going to be a hell of a lot easier if you do.
Right.
So then when he went home, the owner's like, how was he? And so I told her the story, and she's like, that's really amazing. But for the wildlife rescue, anytime we have baby pigeons come in, I take care of the pigeons. I raise them up and send them on their way. I mean, I could say the eagles we've had, the owls, all of that, but it's always the weird animals. We don't have any platypus here, but I would say that if I had the opportunity, I'm sure that a platypus would be like totally my animal.
Right.
But yeah.
Cool. Okay, so yes, okay, we told the chipmunk story. Alvin, Simon, and Theodore, yes, I did listen to those. No, the chipmunk did not draw blood, or I don't remember.
I want to answer Robin's question.
Is that above or below?
It's below. So I'll just say, Jamie, can you 3D print and graft a duck beak? No, you cannot.
Because you tried, right?
Well,
considered it.
We've tried a lot of things with prosthetics and stuff like that. Honestly, so I'm not saying that it couldn't be done, but no, it can't be. It cannot be grafted. They move this so fast when they're digging down for, getting the water and the yummy stuff to come up. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that was sad. I was happy to help, but it was sad.
Jamie, the goose whisperer. Yep. So.
Yeah, I've had 2 significant geese in my life, so it's not something that I would say I would poo-poo you on.
Yeah. So, Jamie is an angel. Duh. And just remember, the devil is an angel.
Yeah.
Get your mythology correct. So, okay, so That was number 5, correct?
I thought it was 4. 5. You're right. 5.
Okay, so now we're number 42.
Oh goodness.
This is Danielle.
I think we kind of need a do-over on this one because everybody's going to know the answer to this and you're going to laugh.
Okay.
I know what you meant, Ange. Okay, guys, answer this for me. Have you ever modified a deck? Please share the progress and its results.
Huh.
Has Jamie ever modified a deck? Ever?
I think the question is has Jamie ever not modified a deck?
That would be the question. Yes.
Silky, good night.
I can answer that. Good night, Silky. Thank you for being here.
Yes, thank you.
Jonathan, Jamie's a fallen angel with a heart of gold. Woo!
And silver and pearls and all sorts of wonderful things.
I have not modified, nor do I intend to modify my Pacific Northwest. It came black matte edging.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have horrible shit borders. I don't have to do anything to it.
Nice.
So I can answer that question. Have I? Yeah, I would bet you. Well, shit. So Jonathan got a deck from me. And he's like, did you edge this? I'm like, shit, maybe.
You know.
Yeah, I mean, I even modified the expensive decks, like my Usi deck. I didn't have a problem with that. I wanted the pale colors on the edge. And everybody's like, oh my God, you know, it's Pagan Otherworlds. Why? Blah, blah, blah. And it's like,
because it's your deck.
Yeah.
So let me ask you then, is do you have a deck that you're going to modify next?
Ooh, that is a good question. Let me, no, it's not that one. I do have one, but I'm trying to think of what the hell it is because it was in somebody's live the other day.
I'm going to put Regina's Tarot and Wirecraft comment up. I hear the Significant Geese once opened for Tuckbox Rage. I believe they did.
Are you sure they weren't a bunch of turkeys?
No, I think it was geese because it was really difficult to clean up after.
No.
I think the crew weren't very happy about that. So.
Shit.
Beth is heading out. Ooh, Beth is visiting my son. Yeah.
Hi, Beth. I hope you have fun.
Yeah. Donna said, thanks to various tarot tubers, I have embarked on deck modding, about 5 or so, all with good results. My most successful deck mods have been simple corner rounding. But you know, Robin, I know you did that on the Moon Baby deck, and I think it's those small things that make a world of difference. It's because, you know, it's don't, you know, yeah. Ange doesn't give a shit how much a deck cost. I loved a deck edge by Jamie.
Regina caught it. I'm so glad.
A bunch of turkeys, they say, wouldn't play with Tuckbox Rage after hearing about the glitch.
Oh, God. Oh, I love her mind.
Yes. It's scary, isn't it? Okay, so what is it? What is it? What one are you going to mod? You're gonna
no clue. It's in here somewhere. So this happens all the time, guys. This room swallows things up, and until I actually need them, they don't show up, and it's the weirdest goddamn thing. And you can say that I'm full of crap. I don't care. He's witnessed it. It happens all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, this room is only so big, right?
Yep.
But stuff disappears all the time.
Yeah, there's that underground documentary that's being made. Regina's Beautiful Mind.
Yeah, that's the underground, all right.
You know, And you know what? That's gonna
Yes, Mel.
yeah, yes, Mel, yes, like socks in the water.
Mm-hmm.
But this Regina's Beautiful Mind, it's actually going to have that staring contest in it.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be weird. It's
Mm-hmm.
going to be weird. So okay, so yes, I have modded a deck, and I including the Everyday Enchantment as an effort to like it. It was a successful mod. I still didn't like
No, it
it.
wasn't a successful
Okay,
mod.
yes, it was a successful mod in that I like the artwork. But I think one of my most favorite ones is the Bonfire Tarot. That one actually made a huge difference to using the deck, as well as the Tarot of the She.
Mm-hmm.
And I have multiple copies of the Wildwood and the Druid Craft. And I was going to, in particular, the Druid Craft, I was going to take it down to the gold inner edge.
Mm-hmm.
But I miscalculated, and the first cut that I made cut off half of the gold edge. So then I needed to go, it's like, okay, whatever.
I
So,
recommend everybody that has the Druid Craft that really, really enjoys that deck to get a second copy
and mod it.
and paint it.
Oh, Boho Tarot did that, and you did
She
that.
did. Mm-hmm.
And
I did that. Mm-hmm.
didn't Mindy do that too? I think there
I
were
think
several.
so. I think so.
So
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Cox in the Washer is a great band. Epic Staring Contest. I know that my problem stuff disappears in my house all the time. It comes back if I don't stress. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. You did your hashtag gratitude with challenge 20 with yes, I did.
Mm-hmm.
Druidcraft is made to be modded. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and search for it. It's actually really good.
Yeah.
Jane the Seeker said, I've never even thought about modifying a deck. I should do that with some Oracle decks. My hands are too tiny.
So here's the funny thing. So if you go back to when I learned tarot and everything when I was 16, and at that time there were 3 decks available, right? And it was unheard of. Unheard of. And there was all this. Now, I say this, and please, if it's your belief, I'm cool with it. It doesn't matter. My words are my words. They shouldn't affect how you feel about your stuff. And I'm okay with your stuff. My shit, your stuff, or the reverse, depending on if you're Carlin or not. But it was like tantamount to sacrilege to modify cards. And I think it's a bunch of bullshit. I think that there's an energy exchange within that to connect those images to you and make them for you and all of that good jazz, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it was very, very taboo. There are still some people that will get all hell bent if you talk about modifying a deck. I don't give 2 shits.
Yeah. Well, I remember, I have a bachelor's in fine arts, and one of the things that a teacher shared with us is when you sell a piece of artwork, it is no longer yours. It belongs to that person. Well, and he said one of his professors, when he was in school, bought one of his sculptures and actually destroyed it in front of him to prove this point. That's a bit extreme, but if I own it, I've paid for it, and there you go. So
well, it's called mass market for a reason.
Yeah. So okay, so I'm waiting for a modded Druidcraft to come to me. It will happen when it is the right time.
Mm-hmm.
My deck from the 80s is perfect size. Why are they going to make them so big now? Yeah.
I agree with you.
Yeah. It used to be sacrilege to cut a deck. Yeah.
It was, yeah. Very true.
Yeah. Bye, Jonathan. I love the energy exchange of modifying a deck. Yeah. Yeah. So
Talk about something, if you want to get to know something intimately and really stare at at a card or an image, you know, edge it, or cut it or
yeah,
whatever it is,
yeah,
or paint it as the case may be.
yeah. Yes, Calla Lily, I agree with you. That was extreme for that teacher.
Very.
And I didn't particularly care for the teacher who had that happen to him. But that's a story for a different time. Robin, I mostly file the gilding off these days. I think most folks find that sacrilege. Well, who the frat cares?
Ooh.
So
Ooh.
here's the next deck that I want to mod. Um, I want to mod the Goddess Tarot by
Do
Chris
you?
Waldher.
Hmm.
And the reason I want to mod it is when you look at it, I mean, it's got a white border to it.
Yeah.
It's got a white border to it.
Mm.
I just don't want the white border. And what I can't decide is if I'm going to take it all the way down to this border inside, or if I'm just going to cut off the white. I think what I will do is I will, because all of the interior are about the same size.
Yeah, so what I'm looking at is the height with that little peak. So I'm trying to determine if I would take it to that inside border where it's, yeah,
This one,
or so yeah, the very first one that comes, the thick one that gives the pattern,
yeah,
or if I would actually take it to just the image. And so I'm looking at the top where that peak is to see where all of the
yeah,
I can't even talk, characters are hitting, to see if they're all about the same size or if you're going to cut off somebody's head.
yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
Well, and we have some people chiming in. Thank you. I modified the Goddess Tarot much nicer. Kim, how far?
Kim, where did you cut it to?
Yeah, yeah. Um, just lose the white. Yep. And I think, and this is one of those things, I can just lose the white and then see what I think of it,
Yeah.
and sit with it for a while, because the only thing that I do when I mod is, this is not deck modding 101 or anything like that. My experience for me is if I'm cutting a side, I actually have to do all of the cards on that side before I actually I can't stop. I have to do
You should do
all
it
of the
that
cards.
way. Hmm.
So
You should do it that way.
Kim said white border's gone and edged it. Yep.
Hmm.
So just cut the gilding off my fountain tarot. Well, you
Oh,
know,
she says she
Pamela.
wants to. I
Oh, I
want to
want
cut the
to.
gilding
I
off.
want to. Yeah.
Mhm.
I fountain tarot. Ask me
Mhm.
how I feel about the fountain tarot. So cannot edge a deck neatly to save my soul. I always miss and muck it up. Well, you know what? That makes it you, because that's actually part of what happened when I did when I worked with the Druid craft. I was missing some stuff, and I'm like, you know what? This is my deck. I don't care, because and it's like what people say. I don't read the backs of the cards. I only read this side, so I don't really care.
Right.
So
Yeah.
anyhow, so okay. Um, good advice from Robin, the
Hmm.
voice of experience. I love
Hmm.
that.
Hmm.
Donna said, I only like modding with decks like this, where I can trim by hand with scissors along 4 even borders. Yeah,
I watched Kelly Fitzgerald. I mean, for the longest damn time, she cuts with scissors, and she's amazing. Kelly Bear is amazing with a pair of scissors.
yeah,
Um, yeah, I'd use a very, very high intense guillotine.
yes. So high and intense, you actually, Stephen bought you safety gloves.
Yeah, I have steel gloves. Yeah, if people don't know, I did cut my hand to the bone. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, okay.
It was
Okay.
on the Druidcraft too.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, that got blooded. Yep, yep.
Now you're really connected to it. So,
Yep.
okay. So, number 42, did we both answer that one? Number 42 that you have is What's the wisest thing you have ever heard someone say?
Okay.
What's the wisest thing you've ever heard someone say? All right. Mom said to me, we don't care what you do, just so long as you're happy. Because if you're happy, that's what matters. And we'll love you regardless.
So read me the question again.
What's the wisest thing you have ever heard someone say?
That's nice.
Yeah. Getting emotional while I'm thinking about that.
Mm-hmm.
She said it multiple times in my life, and my dad said variations of that. But it's like, we don't care. Are you happy? Great. That's what we want. So, okay. What about you?
I have a couple. One I posted today. It's not my saying, but it was said to be by my mom. And someone's opinion of you is not necessarily. No, let me back up. Someone's opinion of you is not your opinion of you. It's generally their opinion of themselves.
Yes.
And what someone else thinks is none of my business. You are enough. And the grand old, which we just talked about this the other day, in terms of eternity, does it really matter?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I will actually add something else to that. Somebody I knew was vulnerability is a demonstration of strength.
It is, though. It truly,
It
truly
really
is.
When I heard that, and it was like I was struggling with being vulnerable, and it was like, holy shit, I can be. I am strong when I am vulnerable, and it's made a world of difference.
Well, I mean, I will put myself out there in that whenever you and myself and a certain other person ever have conversations, the words are always very honest, even if it's one of those things where you're basically opening up your chest to somebody, and you know, but I believe in living my life that way. You know?
Yeah. Pamela said, I feel the same way about the Fountain Tarot. It hurts my hands, so I've never been able to use it.
Yeah.
Mel said, there are three sides to a story: yours, theirs, and the truth.
True.
Deb said, we are going to either be the victim or the villain. It's just a matter of which one you can live with.
Yep.
Wow. Always choose time over money. Never talk bad about your neighbors. You will never know when you'll need them. My dad. Tricia said, there's a difference between something you are interested in and something you are committed to.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah. What others think of me is none of my business is a fave of mine. Yes. Mine was never to hate. You can dislike, but not hate, because that kills my soul's light. That was my mom. We are all just walking each other home. Cheating, but the Beatles. Let it be. It seems like the best advice there is in trying times. An intelligent person knows how to say, I don't know. My dad always said that. Yeah. Yeah, the Brene Brown. Captain Beefheart, the stars are matter. We're all matter, but it doesn't matter. You can get bitter or you can get better. When people show you who they are, believe them. That's good, Debbie. That's good.
Very.
Yeah. Wow. That's good. Okay, so you got time for a couple more?
I do.
We got number 13.
We should choose a different one for me, but because this is kind of what do you have or work with animal totems or animal spirits? Which ones?
You can just say yes and call it done. Because
Yes
I
and
can
yes.
say yes and call it done.
Yes and yes and call it
Okay.
done. Mm-hmm.
Okay. What is your favorite food?
Oh.
By the way, Pepper Jackie said, if you do what you always did, you will get what you always got.
Truth.
What is your favorite food?
All right, sir. What's your favorite food?
Oh, I like this is what I ate when I was in college. This was it. Pepperoni pizza,
Mm-hmm.
barbecued potato chips, and chocolate ice cream.
Nice.
Now that being said, I'm a huge fan of cheese. If it has cheese, I will eat it.
That's
Period.
why you're gonna try my sloppy Joe thing, huh?
I am totally gonna do that. And I also like pretzels.
You also like what?
Pretzels,
Oh
soft
gosh, yeah.
pretzels.
Mm-hmm.
I've not been able to successfully make them, but
Mm.
love me some soft pretzels. So, okay. So, all right. Ice cream. What flavor, Debbie? You just can't say. I mean, you can say ice cream, but I mean, do you have a favorite flavor of ice cream, Jamie? Do you eat ice cream?
I do. Chocolate, Rocky Road, and then the other one would be daiquiri ice.
My favorite ice cream was Ben and Jerry's from Russia with Buzz, White Russian, and chocolate. Imagine all the people living in peace. Yes. Chicken tikka masala.
Somebody answered mine.
All kinds. Same cheese. Chocolate, potatoes, Indian food. Cheese, yes. Sloppy Joes, ever since my grandma made them for me as a child. Cook me anything and I will love it. Everything is better with some cheesy goodness. Coffee cookies and coffee, cookies and cream. Noodles. Tiger ice cream. Cheese. Chocolate, peanut butter, non-dairy ice cream.
Nice.
So somebody answered your what?
My food. So I have several, but when I was a kid, it used to be cheeseburgers. My mom and I went all over the state of Texas to different places trying cheeseburgers. And yeah, there was a hole in the wall that had this turtle that lived there. Yeah, anyway, but Tex-Mex is my favorite food. A good skirt steak cooked just right with all the good yummy stuff. I am a potato chip whore.
Really? Okay.
You said barbecue potato chips, and I'm like, I got some in the kitchen.
Yeah, but ridged.
The wavy ones.
Yep, the wavy. Yep.
What else? I love. Okay, this will sound funny, but I love a good garbage salad.
Oh yeah.
Where you take everything and his brother and put it in a damn bowl, toss it, and chow.
Yeah. Nice. Yep.
Yeah.
Robin,
and if it's chocolate, Lori, it's got to be dark chocolate for me.
Ooh.
Lime sherbet.
Speaking of chocolate, Pepper said something deep fried and smothered in chocolate. Stuffed with fun veggies, mushrooms, potatoes, onions, garlic. My family is picky. I picked the most interesting thing on the menu. Oh, ramen. Wow. I love a good pasta. I love a good ramen. It's just so good. So primo cheeseburger. Now I want a cheeseburger.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
And Calla Lily, same for me. San Antonio, Tex-Mex. Yep.
Yeah. Now you're welcome, Jane.
Mm-hmm.
Tex-Mex, yep.
Mm-hmm.
Potato and stuffed cabbage. Ooh. Yeah.
Pasta and stuffed cabbage.
Did I say that wrong? Pasta
Yeah,
and stuffed cabbage.
you said
Thank you.
potato.
I've got potato on the mind. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. And Lori, I am like that too. If it, when I found out recently, through the pandemic, my goal is to actually make a decent sourdough bread.
Mm-hmm.
And I have not been able to do that at all. Regardless of how much I try, it's too damn wet, too moist. But I found out in looking at recipes, you're supposed to actually let the bread cool for about 25 to 30 minutes before you cut into it.
Yeah.
I'm now 55 and I hadn't heard this before. So,
dang. I love bread. I can't eat bread.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. All potatoes are good. Jalapeno poppers.
Yep.
Did no one say chocolate chip cookies?
If they're good ones. Do you like them crispy or chewy? I like them chewy.
We need to move on to another question. Bye, Jane. Okay, we're moving on to the next thing, which is Debbie, Aquarius Al. I hope you're home safely.
Yeah, me too.
So, okay, so number 25. 25.
This is a good one.
Is it? Okay, let me see what we got.
This might be tough to explain, but
I love it. Calla Lily's like a big freeform loaf can take an hour and a half to cool. Torture.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Chocolate covered pretzels. Yeah.
Hey, you're the one that said we had to move on. This was dangerous. Stop it. Chocolate covered pretzels.
Yeah. Move on or order in immediately. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So which tarot/oracle card would you like to walk into and explore?
Which tarot or oracle card would I like to walk into and explore?
So that's your question to me, and it's like, wow. So I have a few. Okay, so the only Thoth deck that I have is the Thoth Journey Oracle, and as you know, it's one of my most treasured decks. And one of the reasons is that I've done meditation for eons, and I created this space, which I had a teacher and he taught me how to create the space and all of this stuff. And when I saw Mindy, the Artistry of Tarot, she had this deck, and she showed the Hall of Beginnings, which was the first card. That was the space that I had been living in meditation for years. And I would love to walk into, which I have, but I would like to legit, if it were like real, that I could walk into it. Do you know what I mean? Other than the reality that I have, I would like to walk into it and explore it and see what are the extra bits that I missed from when I learned the room. I don't know. Like I said, it's hard to explain.
So basically what you're saying is you saw this image and you go, I've been there.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah.
Okay. I get that. I get that.
Yeah. But there are lots of cards that we've looked at in the SKT that I would like to stand in, and
Yeah. Okay. I want to catch up. Yeah, Jack, that's my husband, by the way.
Hmm.
Is are you um really the husband? I don't know. Donna? Anyhow. Andy said the Queen of Pentacles.
Hmm.
Lori said groovy weight. I thought you meant deck, not card. Okay.
Anyway, however you want to look at it, however, this is how I look at it. However, the question strikes you is how you should answer it for you.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
The Star.
Mm-hmm.
I went to walk into the Hollow Tree and the Fool card from the Bone, Stone, and Earth Flesh.
Mm-hmm. I like this.
Yeah. Does everything in the Majestic Earth count?
Yep.
Pamela said Witch's Wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's like, wait a minute. Okay. 9 of Pence. Star in the Anarchy.
Mm-hmm.
Donna says, must ponder that.
Mm-hmm.
Aw, Donna.
Aw.
You two are watching. Aw, that's nice. Who's going out and getting the Tex-Mex and the
Right.
fresh bread and the ice cream
And the pizza and the pretzel.
and the pretzel? Yeah. So, Robin said Force of Enchantment, Hermit card. Badger, it's very wind in the willows.
Mm-hmm.
Lori's like me, looking up Majestic Earth.
Mm.
I don't have the Majestic Earth, do I?
I don't know. I know I do.
Yeah. Danielle said OMG Labyrinth Tarot.
Mm.
Uh-oh, Lori, it's out of print. Okay, so for me, I like the Hermit card, and in particular, the Wizard's Tarot, the one by Corinne Kenner.
Mm-hmm.
I love this Hermit card. Well, first of all, that's me.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. It is.
I could sit in that room. You
Yeah,
bet.
I could sit in that room and, rearrange everything like that. But I also, and I also like the Alchemist in this
Mm-hmm.
deck, which is Temperance, because again, that's me.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is me walking into the tower, into the alchemy, and doing that. So
I like it.
good. Yeah.
I like it.
So I would totally do that. That's a fun question. Who came up with that?
Bye, Mel. Yeah, who
Bye.
came up with that? You did.
I did. Ooh. Great atmosphere. Yeah, I love that. I mean, and this is, again, people have heard me talk about this deck, so I'll stop with that. Okay. And do you have a favorite color? I'm going to be a dick, okay? Hashtag I'm a dick. Yes and no.
I was going to say the same thing.
Do you have a favorite color? Yes and no. And I'll give a little bit on that.
Yeah.
I like a lot of colors. I like all colors for the most part. I really get excited when I put colors next to each other that aren't necessarily expected, because I love that scintillation that goes on and the vibration. If you ask me to pick a favorite color, it's cornflower blue. Somebody made me answer that, but I like all colors. So there you go.
I like purple, pink, teal, sunshine yellow, blue orange, violet.
Bye, Shauna.
Black, gray. Yeah, I think that covers it.
Okay. So lots of colors. Robin said yellow, green. Pepper said I have many. I know I can't stand the color puce.
So that's why this deck appeals to me so much, because it has all of those colors in it that I love. and they're
Mhm.
in every single card.
Yeah. Yeah. Yellow green ever since the big Crayola box as a child. I get
Mm.
that.
Yeah, I get it
Purples
too.
and blues, but white pinks are amazing too. I love color so much. Color is my medicine, and yes, purple is my bestie.
Mm-hmm.
Forced to choose, I suppose orange, but but I hate having to choose.
Is it bluey orange or is it the yellow orange? That would be my question.
Tough crowd, man. You know, I love colorful but metallic red. That's almost maybe about to get pink. Ooh,
Mm-hmm.
I love all shades of gray. For color, it's probably blue green. I got your back.
Mm-hmm.
Purple, periwinkle. Tracy is red, pink, yellow, sunset, sunrise colors,
Mm.
purple, indigo, and blue, red. Yeah. I had to Google puce. LOL. It's like a raspberry color. Um, and isn't there a line in Auntie Mame about the color puce or something like that?
I think so, yeah.
Yep. I love chartreuse, but a lot of people don't vibe with it. I vibe with it. Roy G. Biv. Roy G. Biv, Debbie, was a gallery in the city I live in. After I graduated from college, my first solo art show was no, it wasn't a solo. I had a piece in the Roy G. Biv gallery, so that was cool. Aurora Borealis, it was a color that would be my favorite if.
Isn't it Muriel Puce
Oh, it might be. Yes.
from Auntie Mame? Yeah. Don't
Yeah.
be a Muriel Puce. Yeah.
Yeah. Monster Inc. has a line too. Okay, so Donna's up. We said number
Oh, we
33.
have one more, huh?
Well, now we have one more after this. So, are you good for that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So, Donna, we're doing number 33.
Which I show we did on
We did. We already
January
did it.
18th.
Sorry, Donna. Maybe next time.
Okay, what's the next one?
Okay, I'm getting there. Silky, who went to sleep, is number 21.
Okay. Oh.
And then we'll head out, let people know what's coming on.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. Okay, I just love this. Here's Kim's answer. Calla Lily said, all of a sudden the temperature dropped about 20 degrees. What the hell?
It's probably because of the question I got.
Oh, geesh. And Pepper said, Gerald, you would be happy to know that I have not felt well today, and I have spent the whole day sleeping so I can feel better and getting rest.
Good.
Wait a minute. Did Pepper Jackie just admit that she listened to advice that was given to her? Wow.
Sounds like it.
Surprise. Awesome. Somebody take a screenshot of that. Look, Pepper. Okay. Ooh, wind, all that stuff. Okay. So,
when did you first know you were a spiritual being?
When did you first know you were a spiritual being?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, I'm glad you have to answer that one first.
So I come from a very mixed faith base. But one of the cool things is, so for a portion of my life, I went to a Catholic academy.
Mm-hmm.
My third grade teacher, her name is Sister Emma. I still know Sister Emma to this day. So that was third grade, and I am 53, soon to be 54. And my husband, Stephen, actually got to meet Emma a couple of years ago. And he said to me, he says, my God, she feels good.
Oh, okay.
So the first time that I realized that I had talent and I was a spiritual being was in the 3rd grade, being next
Oh,
to the energy of Sister Emma.
wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. 3rd grade.
Mhm.
Hmm. When did I know I was a spiritual being?
I was an enlightened little fucker, Gerald. What can I say?
I guess. Um, okay, I'm just catching up to some of the chat. And yes, I am delaying so that I can not, answer to do this. So, um, okay, they're supposed to get hit by wind and possibly snow there. Pepper said hell hath frozen over. Robin is still figuring that one out. Robin, you are. Stop trying to figure it out and be it. Oh, wait a minute. Robin, you are. Oh, you. Um, 3 of Cups. Deb said always before I had words for it.
Mhm. Very nice.
I don't think I ever knew anything, but I think always.
Mhm.
Not pickle water. That might be a little too much because they're talking about my trying to take, when intuition said, you need to add lemon to your water now, I do it. You are still an enlightened little fucker, Jamie. When I seen a spirit as a child, then it developed in my 20s, always growing.
Nice.
Around age 20, when I read Shotki Gaywin's book, Creative Visualization. I have butchered that last name. I am sorry.
I have a friend named Shakti.
Mm. Okay. I can't get the question because I'm like going,
When did you first know you were a spiritual being? Well, remember the deal that we had? You can always say pass.
yeah. No, I'm not saying pass. I'm trying to, when did I first know and believe it? I was
Mhm.
probably in my 20s
Mhm.
when I was doing a meditation and I was in with a group and we were doing a meditation and it wasn't speed this up, Gerald. After the meditation, when I go into these meditations, I would go very quickly into what was
Mhm.
going on, and guided meditations are always too slow for me because I'm already there. I'm at the doorway and I'm waiting for everybody,
Mhm.
and I finally said something I said something to the effect of, well, this always happens, and then I described what happened, and the person who was guiding it looked at me and said, that doesn't always happen to people. And it was basically, and I asked the people, what, this doesn't happen to you when you meditate? And people were like, no. And it
Mm.
was like, oh, because that's how it always happened. Whenever I close my eyes, I'm hearing some sort of a spiritual sound, different words. And I thought everyone was like that. And
Sure.
apparently everyone is not like that. So when I had that confirmation and I was able to hear it, it was like, okay. So
Nice answer.
thank you. Lisa said always. I don't remember a time I wasn't.
Mhm.
That was a really good book. Even though my Catholic upbringing taught me viewing spirituality as something outside of myself, I always knew and felt a deep connection with source energy that resides within all of us. Nice. Danielle said maybe last year. So, okay. That's interesting. Okay, so if you were to create a tarot or tarot of oracle, what
It
would
should
be the
say
theme?
or. Okay, fine.
If you were to
Smart ass.
create a tarot or oracle, what would be the theme? All right. If I were to create a tarot or an oracle, the theme would be layers. How everything sits on top of one another and influences it.
Okay.
What did you think I was meaning?
I just thought you were gonna be a shit and say, oh, just it would have layers.
No, it would actually be, yeah. Do you want me to get my book out that illustrates all of the stuff that I was thinking about with my tarot and oracle deck, my divination tool? Because it's square, but it has many layers and
Yeah.
different things. So, is that any questions about that?
No, I get it. I understand.
So, Pepper said animals of all kinds over the world. My theme would be trinkets, charms, and this would happen eventually, FYI. Well,
Good. It should.
yeah, it should.
Mm-hmm.
So, what about you? If you were to create a tarot or an oracle, what would be the theme?
It would be layered. It would be trees and color.
Okay.
Yeah. So it would be a tree, and then the choice of color would influence the intuition with the type of tree.
Okay. Awesome.
Oh.
Awesome. And when we get done, remind me to tell you about this idea I had for 3 or 4 variations on a tarot deck.
Okay.
Robin said toadstools and mushrooms and little beings living in and under them.
Robin, hear me. I would buy that deck.
Say that again. Robin, are you listening?
I would buy that deck. Totally. That totally interests me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because y'all know Robin, he's a published author. He's written little stories.
Mm-hmm.
So, Tracy Ralph said humor or connectivity, oneness.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Donna, life is a collage and a quest.
Mm-hmm.
Hippie stuff, psychedelic and trippy, very flowing.
Nice.
Trees and colors would be amazing, Jamie. Yep. The rainforest.
Mm.
I love it. Yes, please. Robin.
Mm-hmm.
Donna would too.
Yep. And yeah. Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
Oh
And
yeah.
Debbie would be owls.
Yep.
Danielle is like, love that, Robin. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Very cool.
Very nice. Wow. This has been wonderful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Really good.
Yeah, I got you for a couple hours instead of just an hour and a half. So that's amazing.
I know. I was just going to be like an hour and a half. And thanks everybody for joining us. There's still people doing there. Oh, and I love it. Debbie, Donna said, yes, we need an owl deck.
We need a good owl deck.
That's the thing. We need a good one.
Mm-hmm. You could do that, Debbie. You could totally do that. I could see that. Yeah, we need a good one. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, okay, I am going back.
Robin's like, when are we doing this again?
Well, according to my records.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and what a great chat. So fun. Yes.
Thank you for being here. Thanks for continuing the conversation with us. It's been great.
Yes. And Danielle, I'll be in contact with you about Monday. Okay, so when are we doing this next? I have the 15th of March, Jamie, written down.
Yep, I have the 15th of March too.
And is it at your 1 p.m.?
It can be at my 1 p.m.
I have it at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard, which is your 1, right?
Yep, that's fine.
Okay, so next time we're together is March 15th. I will, what I will do is I will create the stuff and put a link into it so it's there. And so, okay. So to answer your question, Robin, March 15th, 4 p.m. Eastern. Yes, this has been great. Yes, because of all of you in chat. Thank you for being willing to spend your time with us. Patrice, the picture of you and Vernetta on Facebook was lovely.
Just beautiful.
Yep. And Patrice, here, shameless plug. Hey, Patrice, do you want to do a deck casual about this one with me? Let me know. Because we have another deck casual coming up too, possibly. Yes, Donna said yes, a good owl deck.
We for sure have one. We just don't have a date because none of us have our decks.
Yes, we do. And there's some exciting other information about that. Thank you, Callie, for being here.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, Patrice, just wait.
Yeah, just wait. It gets better. So, Tracy, thank you. Thank you. And I want to know what Jedak's actual name is. Are we allowed to know? So, Kaz would also love a good owl deck.
Kaz, I didn't see you come in. Hi.
Hi, Kaz. Well, thank you. But
thank you very much.
Because you're here, it's also fun. I mean, you know, we do that. Donna, Donna's doing dishes. Thank you. Thank you, Deb. Cool. We should chat. Yep. Donna, I've been looking for one. Well, I think the whole point, Debbie, is that we want you to create one.
Yeah.
Lisa, thanks for joining in. So, thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Oh, she said yes. Woohoo. So, Patricia, have a nice evening. Jamie and moderators and chatters. Donna, another fun evening with friends. Yep. Yes to the Tarot de Saint Croix.
Yay.
Makes me sound fun like that. Makes me sound fancies. Makes me sound fancy. Because I fancy and all that. So, all right, everybody. Thank you so very much. I will.
Thank you very much.
Actually put all of the questions as they were asked. So if people want to do that, please let us know. Please let me know. And gosh, you're all wonderful. So thank you.
See you guys.
Y'all take care. Bye.